Hello YouTube, it's been a while. How you doing? It's a little late in the day for what the papers say, and I suppose all the stories are kind of, we're all cognizant of the stories, aren't we? You know, we know what's going on, we've been told what's going on, the frames have been framed, the characters are marching across the stage of life, acting out their parts and speaking their lines. So, yeah, Donald Trump versus the coronavirus. Donald Trump says he beat the coronavirus. He beat it. I think he had to go to the military base to beat it, where they played a game of Call of Duty online, in a multiplayer online game where Donald Trump and his team took on the World Health Organization, the Chinese, and a few coronavirus bots in an epic battle, culminating with Donald Trump camping out in a corner of a bunker where coronavirus couldn't see him, and he surprised them with a headshot as they came round the corner after everyone else had been killed. What's your favourite conspiracy story about Donald Trump and the coronavirus? Because it was incredible. We witnessed the speed of humanity's thought. Twitter, afternoon, Thomas Clark, within, I believe it was 90 seconds, within 90 seconds of the official announcement that Donald Trump had tested positive for coronavirus, the first conspiracy theories appeared. Humanity, the information congealed in humanity's brain, a quick flux of the imagination, the juggling and conjuring with facts took place, and all of a sudden Twitter was awash with narratives about Donald Trump and the coronavirus. So what's your favourite one? Some people say, there's no way Donald Trump would pretend to be ill. He's too much of a narcissist, too much of a strong man, too much of a he-man, too virile. And I somewhat agree. Donald Trump is like that. However, he's also an amoral tactician. And I don't think there would be anything stopping him pretending that he had coronavirus if he thought it would give him 2 points in the opinion polls, or, you know, whatever. My favourite conspiracy is actually that he has had it, and that he thinks it's a gold mine, a boon. He thinks he won. He thinks he found the Willy Wonka's chocolate bar golden ticket. Yes, he is a puppet. He's a puppet of, who knows? Maybe he's a puppet. Donald Trump may be the puppet of the people he owes all that money to. Do you know, if somebody owed me that money, I'd make them fucking dance to my tune. That's for sure. Or I'd be calling the loan in and sending the boys round. I don't owe anybody any money, so everybody can fuck right off. Whereas Donald Trump does. But that's another story. Since we are in the throes of the American election and things do seem to be at play, I don't think it's any more a matter now of who's going to win the American election. It's a matter of what will the judges say where. Because it seems inevitable now, America, if you're listening to this, even in, you know, small numbers, the legal system of America is about to go through a lot of overtime. People will be burning the midnight oil. Judges and politicians will be, you know, secretly phoning each other and taking part in encrypted messaging groups. The Dems don't care if they win. I don't think, I don't care who wins. I really don't. Do you think it fucking matters? Really? You think it fucking matters a jot whether Donald Trump or Biden wins this fucking, this sorry charade, this farce, this little microcosm of human affairs playing out in a back corner of the Milky Way? Do you think it even matters on planet Earth, faced as we are with the collective will of the people who own everything and control everything of value? You know, Donald Trump Donald Trump may be like Custer's last stand. Donald Trump may be the last Western democratic leader who stands up and says, wait a minute, I see what you're doing. What about, surely we have self-determination for our own country. Fuck off. Fuck off. There's no such thing as a sovereign country anymore. In fact, I would venture that the idea of a sovereign country is kind of, it's a romantic notion. And that really what you have are countries that are temporarily enjoying the absence of a more powerful oppressor, or wealthier, or, you know, something like that. Because the use of force is what made every, I think it's Robert Anton Wilson said, borders are where armies stopped fighting. And whose army fought for your border? Because wherever you live, whatever country you are in, your borders were created and are kept in place by the use and threat of force. And now the existence of force as a sort of military concept is kind of irrelevant as opposed to the financial or political, behind the scenes political ones. So who's pulling the levers in your country? You don't know them. And they sure as hell aren't standing in the election. So enjoy the debates. They're a complete fucking sideshow. I mean, you know, what debate? They're not debating politics. They're debating style. I don't like your style. Your lapels are too big, while your tie is gaudy. Well, your shoes aren't polished enough. That's the level. That's the level of political debate you are being served up with, people. It's fucking bollocks. And, you know, real political debate, I haven't seen a political debate. Oh, we want to tweak, we want to slightly, you know, this taxation or that taxation, this project for funding this thing or that project for funding that thing. They're both criminal mafias. And in the background, they're funded by the criminal mafia. So fuck them all. I wouldn't vote for either of these tossers. Yeah, but however, the media does seem to have a hard-on for painting, I mean, in the UK anyway, the media seems to have a hard-on for painting Donald Trump as some kind of dangerous, maverick super spreader. Oh my God, Donald Trump got the coronavirus and he didn't strap himself down to a hospital gurney and take the ventilator, which would surely have killed him. Good on you, Donald. Don't take the ventilator. No, instead, Donald Trump, whether he had the virus or not, quickly went about his business. But the media claims that there's some giant, oh no, there's been an epidemic of cases at the White House. Well, where are the bodies piling up? Who has died? Name one single person in the American government who has died. Anyone? No? Well, then shut the fuck up. It's not an epidemic if you catch it. It's an epidemic if you die from it. You know, we don't have an epidemic of fucking athlete's foot. There are tens of millions of people on Earth with athlete's foot. It has never killed anyone. So nobody bothers talking about it, because it's fucking pish. I appreciate that America seems to have a different kind of infection graph to Britain. But on the whole, your deaths per million are the same or lower. So this is not a pandemic. In pandemics, lots of people die. And speaking of the UK, so for people in Britain, the news for the people in Britain is we shall build Jerusalem again in England's green and pleasant land. Fuck the Scottish. A new Jerusalem, said Boris Johnson yesterday. A new Jerusalem. Newsflash, it's not news. It's not news to me, and I'm hoping it's not news to you. We're not going back to the way it was. Nobody's going back to the way it was. It will never be the way it was. The new normal isn't normal, but it isn't what it used to be anyway. So, you know, stand by for action. You know, batten down the hatches and prepare for change, because things are never going to be the same again. I don't know what the new Jerusalem will be like. I didn't fucking like the old one. So I'm not going to like the new one. So before you even describe the new Jerusalem to me, I can assure you, I didn't like the old fucking Jerusalem. So still not going to be dancing to that beat. Not a happy bunny. Jerusalem? What the fuck? Do you know what the Jerusalem thing is all about? And the till we have built Jerusalem. Think about it. What is Jerusalem? And why would we want it? Well, Jerusalem is the capital and the genesis point, the homeland, the place the fire started, if you like, for monotheism and the idea of chosen people. In essence, what Boris Johnson is saying, again, repeating, if you like, refraining the tune, till we have built Jerusalem. That whole thing about the British Empire wanting to build Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant land was them laying claim to the concept, metaphorically and spiritually, if you like, that we are the chosen people. We, the people of Britain, we, the subjects of Her Majesty, we are the chosen people. Fuck the Jews. Wolf, 19 million fucking desert-dwelling fucking cock choppers. Really? You're not the chosen people. Pfft, God fucking hates you. No, God chose us instead. God chose the people of England. God save Her Majesty and sniff her wobbly gusset. Yeah. What Boris Johnson is selling here is not new, but he is trying to sell it. He is trying to sell the idea that actually, shh, don't tell anybody, but we're going to be all right. Here in the New Jerusalem, everything's going to be fine. There's going to be chocolate and ice cream and wind-powered electricity, and there'll be e-scooters, and there'll be new houses, and we'll have a sort of greenish economy, kind of turquoise. All right, well, you know, it's kind of yellowy green. It's not fully green. It's a, what is that, greige or something? I don't know. Anyway, greenish New Jerusalem. In England's greenish and pleasant land. So you could, lots to look forward to there, everybody. Lots to look forward to. Spiritually speaking, you can rest assured, you can put aside any anxiety you might have about the future, because it's all the niggers who are going to die. That's right. We'll be just fine here in the warm envelope of Her Majesty's bosom, with her long flappy tits wrapping around you and your family and your life. Yes, come in close to Her Majesty's warm flappy tit bosom, because you are the chosen people. That's right. And fuck the niggers. Not just black people. I mean like the niggers of Earth. You know, the poor, the ones who we are lining up against lining up behind the razor wire, the Africans, the South Americans, the Indians, the Far Eastern Archipelago. And if there's going to be a new Jerusalem, what happened to the old one? What happened to that old Jerusalem? You know, the one with the globalization and the giant consumer thing, totally fueled by fossil fuels and the energy that comes from digging up bits of the planet that existed 5 million years ago and setting fire to them. Oh, shh! Don't think about it too much, because it's ugly, it's not pretty, and you might get scared by thinking about it. Dr. Super Genius, thank you. I'll buy a pie in your honor. What happened to the old one? It's fucked. It's really fucked. And all those niggers are going to have to die in order for us to build a new Jerusalem. Because there's just no way, there is just no way any kind of green-tinged anything is happening on planet Earth with 8 billion people. Bye! Bye! So long! So long! Yeah, all you people who are not sucking on the Queen's tits and sniffing her pussy juice here in the New Jerusalem, you're fucked. Take it from me. You know, you're totally fucked. You're going away. The life you once knew is already gone. It's already gone. It's just memory now. It's nostalgia. You can see it in, you know, the Argos catalogue and, you know, the archive.org's back catalogues of what fucking shopping used to look like. It's gone, and you're going soon too. Starved to death by ineptness, intention, or what's the other one? Inept, intent, or omission. So either the people who own and control everything of value on planet Earth are just rubbish, and they're just gonna, you know, let the climate catastrophe which is unfolding kill you while they shore up their razor wire walls and pack their basements full of tinned food and compliant fucking slaves. Oh, that's us, the people in the New Jerusalem. Yes, massa, where you want me to go, massa? I retrain, massa. I retrain for the new economy, massa. Where you want me to go? Which pit of the Queen's pussy do you want me to lick? We're all in the new economy, and all the people outside the razor wire are dead people walking. They are dead people walking. So, the World Health Organization has announced they're going to investigate. This is irrelevant, you know, tying up the loose ends of threads. It's completely irrelevant, but just so you know, the World Health Organization has announced they're to investigate where the virus came from. They're to investigate the origin, actually. That's what they said. They're going to investigate the origin of the virus. Open brackets. They're going to create a narrative and a story that explains to you exactly how it happened. Honestly, hey, we went to China and we found out exactly how it happened. Where are they going? Wuhan. They're going to Wuhan. The World Health Organization sent the Chinese a list of scientists which the Chinese are going to hand pick from to make sure just the right kind of scientist gets to go to Wuhan and explain the origin story. I'm not a gambling man, right? But I'm going to make a prediction. I predict that these hand-picked Chinese scientists from the World Health Organization in a few months come back and say, yes, it seems that there was a bat and a pangolin and they went on a date after meeting on Tinder and things got a bit jiggy and then, you know, it was all a bit, you know, and that's how it happened. Honestly. Thanks very much. Okay, carry on now with your New Jerusalem. That's my prediction. $10 says these hand-picked Chinese lying cunts come back and say, yeah, it was exactly as the Chinese said it was. Totally like the Chinese said it was. Unbelievable. We needn't have wasted our time and money going there. We should have just believed the Chinese when they said bats and pangolins are the cause of it, because that's what we found out, honestly. So in other news from the World Health Organization, they have published data claiming that, I think it was 800 million people on Earth, they believe, are now infected with the coronavirus. And that means that the infection mortality rate, you can work this out on an envelope with a pencil. The infection mortality rate is something like 0.1. 0.1. Wow. Damn. Do you know what that means? It means I'm not going to have to breed with my sister. And she's real fucking hot. Honestly. I mean, whew, you should see my sister. And now I won't have to breed with her. Because it turns out nobody is fucking dying. Honestly. Falling down the stairs trying to put your shirt on killed more people. This is not a pandemic. The dead are not piling up anywhere. People who believe it's a pandemic are fucking morons and have not managed to stitch together the concept of what a pandemic is. Now, if you look at the last big pandemic, 1918 Spanish flu, the population of the world was 1.6 billion. 1.6 billion. And 50 million people died. Now, that's a significant portion of the world's population. If 50 million people died today as a result of coronavirus, you wouldn't even notice. Rents wouldn't go down in New York, Los Angeles, or London. They wouldn't. Nobody would notice much. and I still wouldn't have to breed with my hot sister. Damn. And so, so what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on, and who is doing shit about it? Honestly, nobody is doing shit about it. In Britain, now, in America, I envy you, your schism, your debate, the divide in your people. Because in America, quite a lot of people are saying, fuck you, I'm not having it. And perhaps that is the cause of a slightly increased infection and slightly increased mortality, because the coronavirus only spreads by very close contact. I'm not saying completely only, absolutely, but the chances of you not getting it if you didn't kiss, cuddle or finger some part of a person are pretty slim. So it's spread by people in close proximity. So locking people up, bad fucking idea. Hey, let's put everybody locked up in their houses together where they've got nothing to do but sit there together in close proximity. Good idea. So, yeah, who's doing shit about it? Well, America, at least you're having the debate. I mean, about the coronavirus, not a political one. In Britain, our the most visible, if you like, the most newsworthy and the largest, if you could call it that, protest I've heard of or seen was fronted by David Icke and Piers Corbyn. I don't know how to characterize these people. Laurel and Hardy, you know, dumb man and moron. How to characterize these people? Complete, total fucktwats, really. Two more disingenuous and stupid and distasteful and moronic and unappetizing people to present a protest about coronavirus I can't imagine. And so anyone in this country who professes, you know, that there's an alternative narrative, or that the government may or may not be telling completely the truth or have our best interests at heart, is now just David Icke or Piers Corbyn about it, pish about alien spotting, 5G, fucking lizard fucking wank. I am disgusted with them, and I'm disgusted with anybody who subscribes to that total fucking pish. And furthermore, while I am still hot under the collar about this thing, where are our students? Why aren't they Molotoving the fucking thin blue line and tearing down the ramparts of fascism, metaphorically speaking? Just in case, you know, Big Brother's watching. Ooh, Big Brother is watching. Big Brother's watching, listening, recording, and that shit's only going to get worse. Yeah, where's the protest? Do you know what the students in this country are complaining about? Oh, I had to order pizza in to me. Oh, I'm paying £50,000 a year to this now. I'm only seeing my tutor once a week. You sad little cunts. Fuck you. I hope your debt piles up and you have to suck the cock of tyranny for the rest of your fucking life. Really, it behooves the students, the young warriors of any society, to be the people who fight back and fight against oppression, invasion, anything. You're the people who fight for us, you know? And what are you doing? Wanking off to your fucking iPhones, and you're, you know, obsessing about the future you don't have anymore. Oh, I was going to get a good degree and get a job in finance and fucking wank a BMW out my ass. Fuck you. So, there you go. That's the fucking news today, I think. Yeah, your future on planet Earth. Well, if you're here, in the New Jerusalem, and I think we can include America, Canada. You know, America's like the Queen's nephew. You know, we still have a close relationship. The Promised Land is that land where we can literally keep the lights on. It's that land where we can literally feed the people who are left, or at least it's the land where we think we want to. You know, the Queen doesn't want to see dead bodies littering the road as she, you know, wafts up and down the mall on her way to banquets. So, for the promised people, for the chosen people in the promised land, hey, the fucking good on you. For the niggers outside the razor wire, tough shit. Goodbye. C'est la vie. It was nice while it lasted, wasn't it? Okay, well, I'm off to have a good time. I hope you are too. See you later.